we finally started going out, and things got good, and things started to get better. I mean, all those urges for me to call her baby and stuff like that, finally, my public display of affection was like broadcasted everywhere to whoever like came across us in a chat room. I could care less, you know? And so, next thing you know, she sends me like all this stuff, but I tell her, look, please don't. I don't want you to send me too much because, we're still in high school. You probably don't have a job that pays really well yet. Don't waste money on me. AKA, don't waste money on a fake me. But she did end up sending me like all this cutesy little stuff, and I only had like one or probably two cards that had like my fake alter ego name on it. So as the time passes of us finally going out, every day I'm thinking, wow, she's really starting to fall in love with me. Maybe it's time that I tell her the truth. And every time I feel so close to telling her, she just always ends up like surprising me with something else. And I just feel so much regret about doing this to her that if I told her, like, things would just shatter. And I didn't want to tell her because I didn't want this perfect life that we were both having to just end up being demolished and trampled all over, you know? So finally, a year passes of us dating. Well, of her dating my alter ego. And I really want to tell her. I'm on the verge of telling her. And we ended up having like this little movie date night thing. And I mean, it's really complicated, but it was really cutesy. And so, I didn't want to break it. I didn't want to tell her. I always told myself, I'll tell her tomorrow. I don't want to ruin today. So, I waited. And I waited. And like, next thing I know, it's close to my birthday. And she tells me like 2, probably 3 weeks before my birthday, she says, hey, I'm gonna come over and I want to spend your birthday with you. And that's when I finally draw the line. I'm like saying to myself, oh no, if she's gonna spend all her time to come over here, then I know that she really is in love with me. And I need her to fall in love with the real me and not this fake me. So, on her sister's birthday, because I guess we have birthdays really close to each other, I finally tell her, look, I need to come out clean and I need you to please understand this. So I told her my real stuff, my real status, who I really was, and all of this and that. And I told her my motive. And she was quiet. She told me, I need to think about it. Because I was in love for someone who's not even real. So I said, sure. I understand. I completely understand that. But boy, did it break me up inside. I thought like I was gonna die. I thought, this whole love triangle thing with someone that doesn't even exist is going to break up my relationship with her. And things are just gonna go spiraling down and I'm just gonna hate it. So, like, really close to my birthday, and she makes a decision, and she finally goes, look, I understand why you did it, and it hurt that you did it, but I understand. And I've fallen in love with the real you. So, I'm gonna give you a second chance, but I want you to be as honest with me as possible. And I told her, of course. And from then on, things were getting so much better. Things were getting so much better. All my friends were saying that I was happier than usual. all of my friends were saying that it looked like I had a big giant weight lifted off like my shoulders, and I was just freaking flying everywhere. I don't know how to explain it, but that's what my friends said I look like, and you know what? It was true. I was so happy that I came clean to her, and she still loved me for me. I mean, even though that was my original plan, I I was able to fall in love with her. She was able to fall in love with me, and now we're together. I mean, yeah, we had a rocky beginning when we first started going out again, but things got better, and I really loved it. So, finally, she tells me on my next birthday, because of course she didn't want to come on my last one when I just told her. She said she didn't want to come over because she still wanted to know the real me, and this time me, and not that alter ego dude. So for the next birthday, she said, "Hey, I'm really considering about going over there again. So what do you say?" So of course I say yes, but you know, with me still being, well, a minor, and you know, can't really just have strangers come over because I wasn't out at the time. My parents didn't really know who she was. They just thought she was a friend and like a pen pal and everything. So I had to ask, and you know, at first they were like, "Oh yeah, sure," you know. And then I was like, "Okay, well, don't forget," you know, as weeks passed, I was like, "Don't forget, Leah's coming, Leah's coming. She's coming here. She's gonna be like staying here, or if not, she's just coming over here." And then they're like, at the very end, last minute, like, no lie, just before, like the week before she's supposed to fly over, they go, "No." And my heart drops and shatters into little itty bitty pieces because we were supposed to meet. And I tell her that, and we're both crying and everything like that. And I mean, it's very understandable, really it is. But I mean, you know, we both loved each other so much. So, you know, forbidden love really just sucks. So when they tell us no, Leo says, "Look, no matter what, for your high school graduation, I am going there. I don't care what your parents say. I don't care what anybody says. I'm going there because I love you so much and I really want to be there for your big day." And I'm like, "Wow, babe, that's amazing. Okay, are you sure you want to?" And she's like, "Yeah, I have money for it. Don't worry about it. You know, I'm gonna be over there. I'm gonna finally kiss you and hold you and do everything with you." And I'm just so happy. I mean, our day of us being so sad and crying turned out to be us really happy because we were so excited. And I made her promise. I was like, "You promise you'll be here?" And she said, "I promise. Whether we're together or not, whether, you know, your parents say yes or no, I'm still going. It doesn't matter." And I said, "Shh, thanks, babe, because I've really been wanting to meet you." And she says the same thing back, saying, "I really wanted to meet you too."